Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 2016 Yu-Gi-Oh! European World Championship qualifier. We are in round 4.
Yeah,
We are definitely in round 4.
we are
before I get that
definitely in
wrong.
round 4.
And I'm joined by Luke Withington.
Hello, guys.
If you've been watching, you will know him. I'm Rob Hooley, and now we have Steffen, Fleck, and Longdow.
Yeah.
Now, Longdow is a pro player. Lots of people will know his name. Steffen Fleck actually came up to me yesterday and said, "How do I get a feature match?" So I asked him what deck he was playing, and it just happened that he was playing Kaiju Mermails, and he's actually doing quite well with it. So I thought, let's give him a shot. Let's see exactly what he's got going on for him.
Yeah, and he just happened to be facing Longdow as well.
Yeah, so that was really helpful.
Why not?
Definitely. So, as I say, Longdow is playing Perform Power, Magispector, Magicians, pretty much all of the mix that you could get there, really, isn't it?
Yeah, he's playing the interesting part about it is he's playing the Magispector Trap. So he's playing all of the Magispectors: Toad, Fox, Raccoon, Unicorn, the full package.
And pretty much exactly what you'd expect with the Pendulum Sorcerer, Monkey Board, Joker.
Yeah, full Performer Power package.
Oh, there isn't any Guitar Tool.
No, there isn't. He's going with the build you would expect. He's not doing anything crazy. He's just going with the build you would expect. He's playing one of each Magician, double Dragon Pit, a couple of eccentrics, 2 Odd Eyes Pendulums, and then the Magispector kit, and then a load of Performer Pals.
Yeah, so it's
playing 26 monsters.
He's not playing anything too exciting, except he is playing the Magispector Tempest over the top of what you would usually expect.
Yep.
I think that our players are actually quite ready. They've been ready for quite a while now.
Yeah, so we might as well...
yeah, we'll go straight over to the table.
There you go.
Oh, they're getting ready there with the Magispector Unicorn Kirin just left over from the last game. They're just loading in the hands now. So, won't be too long, you'll see exactly what's in there. See Longdow already. Handful of pendulums. Pretty much sure I can see his eccentric in there. Just from the top of my head. I see a fox. And that looks like a raccoon. But we're looking at Steffen Fleck's hand first, as it's coming in first. Now, I basically stopped playing for a very long time professionally. Yeah. And during that time was actually the Mermail format. I kind of came back into the Mermail format just at the end, starting to do coverage.
Yeah. So I got a. I personally, being the entire of the Mermail deck, speaking on behalf of the Mermails, they got Neptibus, which was the kind of the big swing for them that brought them back into the meta. Neptibus is so very powerful.
And of course, the Kaiju engine just added a little bit more to it, I assume.
Yeah, it's still water. It's all water at the end of the day, isn't it? So he's got the Kaiju Slumber. I mean, it's actually pretty good here for Steffen. He's got to really hope that Longdow doesn't open with a bunch of the Magispectors. He's playing a lot of them, so the chances are he's going to. So let's have a look at Longdow's hand here and see.
Okay, it's Longdow's hand.
Okay, so he's got a lot of the Magispectors. So the reason I'm saying this is because the board wipe card for Steffen is the uninterrupted Kaiju Slumber, which is, that's going to be his kind of wipe the board, do some Mermail things, and then try and attack his opponent's life points.
Yeah. So the Sorcerer and the Wisdom Eye came down. Wisdom Eye has gone and got him. I think that's not Oath Dragon, is it? It could be Oath Dragon.
No, Dragon Pit. He's got Dragon Pit.
Dragon Pit.
So Dragon Pit being a 7, and then Pendulum Sorcerer is a 2, if I remember correctly. The one that I'm usually quite good at remembering all the cards, but the one thing I struggle to remember is the scales.
Yeah.
So Longdow here just dropping his hand on the field on purpose, I assume, and getting all of those Magispector effects. He's gone and got Magispector Tempest, big interrupt card. So remember, the viewers will remember, obviously you were watching from the sidelines, I was speaking to Oliver earlier about the kind of, the interrupts that you have between the games. And so Longdow here has 2 interrupts. He's got the Magispector Tempest, and he has Kirin. That's quite a big deal, really.
Yeah.
2 interrupts, you can still be, kind of play through, but yeah, it's going to be a struggle.
Now, what we didn't mention there is Steffen dropped the Max C to just get a little bit more card draw. Absolutely huge field he's looking at coming out, but let's have a look and see what he's got.
Yeah, against the Pendulum deck, generally, if you think to yourself, oh, my hand's not so great, you'll just drop the Max C when you see the Pendulum scales completed.
Now, he actually drew into to that instant fusion that's there. He has 2 Neptibus in hand.
Oh,
but he's going.
I don't think he realizes. Okay, he must realize. He surely realized that that was only going to destroy 1 monster.
Yeah,
I thought that suddenly I'd forgotten what interrupted Kaiju Slumber had done, but no, it doesn't destroy those Magic Spectre monsters.
No.
So he gets Gamma Seal on to Longdao side of the field and Radian. The multi-dimensional Kaiju. That's a pretty cool name, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's not in just one dimension.
Yeah, if you're going to be a Kaiju, you want to be in every dimension.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's just how.
Oh, no. Sorry, Rob. I'm just going to correct you now. He's not in all the dimensions. He's just in a few of the dimensions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just to be sure about that. We don't want people getting confused with the all-dimensional Kaiju.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can't remember that card's name. The all-dimensional Kaiju. So there's Kieran. Going to send Raiden back to the hand. Still, he's going to be able to special summon that Kaiju if he wants to later, because his opponent controls the Kaiju. I'm sure of it anyway. So there's Neptibus, the card we were talking about earlier. Really, really added a lot to the Mermail Atlantean deck. Which, I'll probably just refer to it as water. It is just the water deck.
Yeah, it is the water deck.
It's Mermails, Atlanteans, and now with the addition of the Kaijus. Yes, we've got a couple of people in chat saying, well, surely 4 Pendulum engines are better than 1.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, if my Magispectre engine doesn't work, at least I got my Performer Pal engine. And if my Performer Pal engine doesn't work, at least I got my Magicians. And if my Magicians don't work, at least I got an Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon, just in case.
Yep. So what's going on here?
So Neptibus's effect, as a cost, sends one of the Atlanteans to the graveyard, and then he's going to use that Atlantean. I think it looks really strange. I think that's Dragoons. Like, generally, you would get Dragoons. Yeah, it's an ultimate Dragoons. So it sends the Dragoons to the graveyard, and then with Neptibus's effect, allows you to add another Atlantean from your deck to your hand. It looked like he had a heavy infantry, and then the effect of Dragoons going to the graveyard gets the Mermail Abyss Megalo. So he's going to use the Mermail Abyss Megalo here. He's going to discard 1 heavy infantry and another Dragoons. This is a pretty good hand here, actually.
Yeah, he is.
So Dragoons is not once per turn. You can use as many Dragoons as you can fit into a turn. So we're going to see heavy infantry go off. I wonder what he's going to target with that.
Just reading a few cards there.
Yeah, it's just reading Megalo. So Megalo, you discard 2 water monsters to summon it, and then the way that the Mermail deck works is a lot of the Atlantean monsters, when they get used as a cost for a water monster, they activate their effect. So Megalo is going to drop onto the field here, unless he wants to play Tempest. I think that's the big thing here, whether Longdao wants to play Tempest on Megalo. I think it will stop his plays here if he plays Tempest on Megalo. What else has he got in his hand?
Chalice, Instant Fusion, Neptibus, and Radian.
So yeah, he can still make a play. So he's let it happen, or is Longdao still just looking? I think he's just considering his options. I mean, we know a lot of people know Longdao. He's quite a famous Yu-Gi-Oh player, and he's just taking his time. He's thinking, if there's going to be some time I spend thinking about this, it's going to be this decision here. So in the end, he does decide to play the Magispectre Tempest. So you have to tribute one of your Magispectres, which obviously goes to the extra deck. I think it's just a wind monster, doesn't have to be a Magispectre. And then you can negate that summon effect. So heavy infantry is going to pop the Pendulum Sorcerer, and then the Dragoon's effect is going to activate. Now he can still actually trigger Dragoons once more by playing Instant Fusion on Lord and going into Abyss Dweller and going down that route. But we'll see whether he decides to do that or not. Has he already added? I think he might have added Neptibus.
No, he had 2 Neptibuses in hand.
Oh, did he? Oh, I don't know what
yeah.
he's going to look now. Sorry, I thought he'd already looked. So he's going to get another Megalo.
Yep.
Now, actually, I can't remember whether Megalo is use or activate. So let's have a look at that. Because the difference between use and activate, if it's activate once per turn, then if its activation gets negated, you can still use it. Whereas if it says use and then it gets negated, you're not allowed to try and use it anymore.
It looks like he's doing exactly what you said there. Down comes Norden.
Yeah, Norden's probably going to get Dragoons. Dragoons overlay into a rank 4 water monster so that you can try and trigger that Dragoons again.
Now, you could pretty much say that Mermail's is a very, very kind of telling deck. You know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah. So actually, Megalo's not once per turn, but I can only assume that he's not got very much in his. He's not got enough in his hand. No, he doesn't. He's not got enough. With Radiant being a dark monster.
Down comes the Abyss Dweller.
Yeah. Oh wow. Why is Ollie not here when I managed to get my fortune telling right? The entire of YCS Prague was me saying how amazing this play was going to be, and then him going Dark Hole.
It's just not happening.
Yeah, just not happening. Well, there we go. Here's this big play. Here's this big play I managed to predict. Not that it was reasonably impressive. I mean, it's a standard play.
Yeah, it's pretty much what you do.
Yeah, it's what you do in war. So he gets another search. He's triggered Dragoons 3 times this turn.
Yeah.
3 times. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Given he had to use two of the Dragoons, which is the maximum amount you're allowed to play in the deck. And what was his final search? Another heavy... Yeah, that's obvious. So what he's going to do now, he's probably going to try and play another Megalo, in all honesty. He's probably going to play Megalo. Is he playing Sphere at all?
Yeah, and he's just done
He
it.
doesn't play Sphere.
He's just played it, dropped the heavy inventory.
Yeah. Ooh, so the problem we're having here is that his deck list is in German. So I think he's playing Mikazuchi. Yeah, he's playing Mikazuchi.
Yeah,
so he can go and search Mikazuchi. Okay, the Mermail player is actually really far ahead here. He can go get Mikazuchi. So that was Neptibus's effect. Summons back the Dragoons. I guess he just didn't search with Megalo.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, maybe. Again, he might have got into a train of thought and just forgot about it. In honesty, he can use Dragoon's effect again by tributing it for Megalo's effect.
Yep. He's got so many options.
Yeah, it's quite amazing, really, what he's managed to do with this. And Long Dao has got 2 cards in hand. Given they will create a scale, that's unfortunate that they're going to create a scale for Long Dao here, because Stefan's not going to be too happy about that.
Long Dao still has the opportunity to be able to come back, though.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. He is not out yet. Well, he might be. We'll see exactly how far Steffen goes here.
Yeah.
So I think he's just counting up.
I think he did search for Megalo, so that's what he's doing there, Mikazuchi. I don't know what that took a while.
Yeah, it did.
Took a while. But off he goes. Gets the Mikazuchi. So Mikazuchi, I can't remember which exact one. I can never get them the right way around, but there's one that stops spell cards and one that stops effects monsters.
It's just up there on the screen for you in a moment. There it is.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's the spell one. So he's actually going to, I think, let's have a look at Long Dao's hand. He's going to be able to stop Long Dao completing a scale here.
Yes.
Yeah, and then,
if not,
as I said at the start of the turn, he's going to be able to drop Raiden because his opponent's got Garmasil on the field. Garmasil's not the strongest of Kaiju monsters. He's only got 2,200 attack points, whereas Raiden has a much bigger number.
Okay.
I think it's a whole 200 more.
He's just sent Kieran back to hand and
Bounce the Megalo. That was to deal with the Mikazuchi. There's Eccentric to deal with the back row. Yeah, back row's a Chalice. So he's just going to Chalice up the Neptibus just to try and reduce some damage.
here's where Long Dao's going to turn it around.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's got look at what he's bringing out. He's basically going to have a field full.
Gonna drop the extra deck on the table.
Yeah, there is no. I can't see any way of him stopping this.
No. There's not much to be done here. Just making sure. That's one of my pet peeves is when people rearrange things that they shouldn't do, and the face-up extra deck being one of them. So our judge just there saying, "Can you please put that in the right order?" That's fine. Here's all my dudes.
That is
So
all
he's
of his
got
dudes.
Kyuubi, Eccentric Archfiend, Pendulum Sorcerer, and Kieran, of course. So he's going to target both those magicians with the Pendulum Sorcerer. Probably going to go and search for a monkey board or some kind of Skullcrabat Joker. Not Skullcrabat Joker, I'm not talking about. You can't get that with... Can you? Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'm going crazy. Yeah, you can.
It's been a long day.
It has been a long day.
Yeah, it's still only round 4.
I thought it was... we were speaking about this before the round. It was 4:30, and I thought it was about 12 o'clock. I thought it was just coming up to lunchtime.
Yeah, I said exactly the same thing. Like, if we've got, maybe we have 4 more rounds to go after this one today.
Yeah. It's because we got the sun. We've got our own sun inside the building here. So
there's sun outside as well. But
there is sun outside as well. But we've got our own sun.
Yeah.
That we have for the lighting for the studio. And obviously, when you've got the sun there from at 8 o'clock in the morning, you can kind of lose track of time.
There's also no windows.
Yeah, there's no windows.
Basically, we're in a small airless, windowless box. Please send help.
Yeah, please send help.
Now, what's going on here? Because we kind of lost track of the match here.
Well, Long Dao's just summoning loads of monsters. There's not much more to be said. I think it's a matter of just a bit of calculation to go on with the two players here to decide where exactly Long Dao can go with his field to try and produce the most amount of damage. So that probably involves, what's that thing called? The Trapeze Magician, that's the one. Probably a Trapeze Magician, probably Castell maybe, a bit of Diamond Direwolf. Can't go wrong with a bit of Diamond Direwolf.
Well, you can.
Oh yeah, you can. So let's see what he decides to go for. I mean, the only kind of redemption that Steven's managed to do here is that Garmasil sat there, stopping him from doing even more Exceed plays.
Yep. But it's still to play for. I mean, everybody's still on basically full life points.
Yeah.
Like, we're still... this is like turn 3.
Yeah, I think the problem is that Steffen, only has Megalo in hand. So he's going to have to draw some kind of miracle to be able to do anything with it. And Garmasil... does Garmasil have... Ah, yeah, of course. Yeah, Abysswell has 22 because he had an odd underneath it.
Yes.
I got confused because I thought I had 23, but that's not the case. It's 22. So that's really perfect for him because he manages to...
I don't know what was happening there.
He was just kind of...
rubbing his cards.
all around the table.
Like a DJ.
Wicka, wicka.
A DJ of Yu-Gi-Oh!
DJ Yu-Gi-Oh! In the house.
And here comes down an Abyss Dweller to stop any great effects happening.
It's not happening, is it?
And
that is...
Yeah, he's just drawn into... Lind.
It looks like... Well, it looked like Lind. I don't know whether it is or not.
We'll find out in a moment.
It was super shiny. Oh, Marksman, okay. Yeah, it's either Marksman or Lind.
Yep, and he's given up the game 1 there.
Yeah.
So absolutely huge kind of game for both of these players. I mean, if Long Dao wasn't able to get out of that, if Long Dao didn't have the Kieran to be able to get rid of the cards to stop his scales...
Yeah, so let's go straight into the side decks here. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
What are we doing at?
So Long Dao is playing 3 Magical Spring.
Oh. Yes.
3 Magical Spring. So that was a secret rare from... I'm going to try and remember what set it is.
Goodness me.
I feel like Matt will remember what set it is. Magical Spring.
No, Matt doesn't remember.
Matt doesn't remember what it's from either. Okay, so Magical Spring. is, do you know what's even worse? I know exactly what it looks like. I
Yeah.
know it's a quick play spell. I know mostly what it does, but I don't know what set it's from.
I remember it coming out around the same time as Turin. That was the 125
Oh, that's
YCS.
that's the Mega Pack one. I'm not accepting that. What is it from? Duelist Alliance. Of course it's from Duelist Alliance.
Oh, of course it is.
I saved up about 300 judge points before Duelist Alliance and
Yeah.
just cashed them all in of Duelist Alliance.
Duelist Alliance was a great set.
It was a great set.
Yeah, I mean, it introduced really,
I
really
only
kind of
got-
powerful archetypes that people started to get a bit annoyed at because they were so powerful.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I ended up with only 2 constructs in that many booster packs.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that was a rough time.
I kept pulling ulti ones.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I just thought I'd rub it in.
Thanks. Right, back to the Magical Spring. So the reason Magical Spring's so interesting is because people immediately saw it and went, "Oh, that's really amazing," and then they read it.
And then they went,
this is awful.
terrible. Yeah.
So Magical Spring says, draw a number of cards equal to the number of face-up spell or trap cards your opponent controls. Then discard a number of cards equal to the number of face-up spell trap cards you control. So if you control no face-up cards and they control a lot, then you're drawing a lot and not discarding very many. And then your opponent's spell and trap cards can't be destroyed by card effects. Now, and their activation can't be negated. Now, sometimes that's a good thing.
Yes.
So,
especially when your opponent's basically locking the scales in. So thinking, oh, well, I could just destroy this, so I don't care. If you're then saying, no, you're not allowed to destroy it, it's
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant.
So things like Wisdom Eye Magician, things like Pendulum Sorcerer, those 2 main ones, Sky Iris as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're all things that use that to the advantage, as well as Archfey Eccentric.
I wouldn't necessarily be starting it in for this particular matchup, I assume.
Oh no, no, not for this matchup. Just it's a very interesting card.
Yeah, but it is an interesting card. I mean, what else are we looking at that he'd probably be siding in at this point?
He's probably going to put in the Double Dark Hole Regeki.
Yeah, he wants to clear field.
Yeah.
Maybe even an extra... Oh, Magispector Tornado. Which one is that?
That's the one where you tribute a wind and you banish a card. I think that's right.
So it's kind of a
Cosmodra.
Icarus attack, but with a banish.
Yeah, like Cosmodra.
Yeah.
And then Steffen's deck is in German.
Which is fine, because that's the system down. A Twin Twisters. That is Effect Veiler. Anti-magic, anti-spell fragrance.
That's an inspiration.
So he'd
probably going to put in those.
Yep.
I was going to try and pronounce it in German, but I'll not do that.
While they're just finishing up shuffling there, have we got anything from the Twitch chat?
Few people condolences about my constructs. Speaking about Flying Sea.
There is actually Flying Sea there in his side deck, so it's very, 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 very likely that Steffen is putting that in there.
Yeah.
We have the hands coming in. We have,
so
not really the place you want them straight up, but
yeah. Oh, Sacred Sword of 7 Stars. That's a good card to play. I forgot about that card. That card was heavily used in Dragon Wheel format, used by the world champion himself.
Okay.
Can't remember his name.
Long Tao is making his move.
So he did, he started in the Tornado. Oh, because he already has Tempest in hand. If he manages to produce a decent Pendulum Summon here, he's going to have a lot of disruption.
He is.
Okay, so he's set both, but he's just summoned a QB. And he's searching Monkey Board with the Odd Eyes.
Yeah.
Monkey Board is so good.
Oh, Monkey Board is one of the best cards in the game at the moment.
Yeah.
If you've got a Monkey Board, then you're getting a full Pendulum Summon off of it at least.
Yeah. Did he just draw a second Sacred Sword?
I don't believe he did.
I think it's an Instant Fusion.
Yep, Instant Fusion.
Oh,
He's drawn into something else. It's Interrupted Kaiju Slumber.
Yeah, so, it was loads of super spell cards, so it was kind of hard to guess which one. He's probably going to start with quick Kaiju summon, and then a Slumber.
Ooh, so he's getting rid of that Radian to be able to get out his own from the deck.
Yeah,
So
he's going to go for him, or he might go for Cumongus.
He has.
Yeah, he's going to go for Cumongus.
So actually, not too bad to start off with.
Yeah.
I mean, he still has that Gameciel in hand.
Yeah, also, Longdow's trap cards are now basically just completely dead. Like, they can't be played because he has no monsters to tribute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. He's going to get rid of his own Kaiju monster to draw some cards. To try and craft that kind of really good water hand.
Yeah.
And he's got instant fusion, so that's all geared up, ready for Neptibus to send away that... I didn't even see the ad Neptibus yet. I was just thinking of the best play in my head.
And it happened.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Neptibus is going to send Dragoons. He's going to play Instant Fusion to go and get the Abyss Dweller via the Norden and Dragoons. Just search and search with Dragoons.
Have you ever played the lottery?
No.
You should start.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
I'll play Exodia. I should play Exodia at YCS.
Exodia on the lottery.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to work. 5 limbs, 5 numbers.
Could be you.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So yeah, he's making his plays. Was that a Dragoons to get a Dragoons to get...
He searches Dragoons with... search Dragoons with...
Neptibus?
Neptibus, and Dragoons gets Marksman.
There we go.
And then tribute, discard Marksman, and yeah, all 3 effects. He wants Megalo, he wants the Marksman, he wants the Dragoons. 1, 2, 3.
Do we think he could win this turn?
Possibly.
He does have. He has a very high.
Does he have his own
possibility.
Garmasil? He has his own
Yeah,
Garmasil.
he has his own Garmasil
So
as well.
he can summon that, can't he? Pretty sure he can summon that.
Believe he's already
Yeah, he's just done
normal
it.
summoned this turn.
Yeah, just to be clear, you can play Slumber when there's a Kaiju monster existing on the field.
And there is the second Abyss Megalo.
Yep. What else has he got in his hand? So he's got Instant Fusion. He's probably going to play that at some point this turn.
Oh yes, definitely.
Oh wow, he has enough to...
Yes, because he's got the
The Garmasil. Okay, yeah, that's really good. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's won. I like how
no, he's just giving it him. I don't think he's actually... He's scooping. Is he scooping? Yeah, he's scooping. But yeah, that's what Mermail do. That's what we were kind of waiting for with it.
Yeah, wow. That just shows you how explosive the water deck is. So we can actually see Longdow's entire side deck here. He's just looking and thinking, I wasn't expecting to play water.
Yeah. I mean, looking at his side deck there, you can see that he didn't put the Dark Hole in for one.
Yeah, so I kind of think like the Dark Hole and Regeki would be an alright move here. Is Longdow reading his Mystical Space Typhoons?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Did he actually just do that?
Yeah. I think Longdow definitely knows that they don't negate.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Matt doesn't know that.
Matt doesn't know that, yeah.
He was trying to tell us. He was all like, oh, MST, it's so good.
You know, your opponent plays Mirror Force on you, and you MST it, and your monsters don't get destroyed.
Oh, it works out so good. It doesn't even matter what Mirror Force it is.
He's making faces at us.
Yeah, he's making a lot of faces at us. But at least he can't shout at us because he's got a sore throat.
Yes, that's right.
That's a positive. That's a positive. He's so disapprovingly shaking his head right now. Okay, so Ooh, Logdow's taking the trap cards out.
Oh.
He's left Tornado in.
I thought that the trap cards were kind of a big help to him at this point.
Yeah, they were.
I wonder what he's siding in then.
I honestly don't know.
Maybe it's that Dark Hole Raigeki.
Dark Hole Raigekis, yeah.
Ooh, would Master Restrict not help him in this situation? I mean, it wouldn't help with the slumber, but it'd help with just the summons, I guess.
That's not worth. That's not worth.
It's not worth it. No, it's not worth putting a slot in your deck just for that.
Unless long. Well, to be fair, now that you've said it, actually, Long Dao has seen nothing but kaijus in both games. He might think that his opponent's playing a lot more kaijus than he actually is.
Well, he's looking at.
Like obviously, you know, we're sat. This is the thing. Sometimes you get a little caught up about what we're seeing and what they're seeing.
Yeah.
I think, you know, we've got the deck list right here. We can see that he's playing that very small kaiju engine. There's only 5 kaiju monsters. The 5 kaijus plus the 3 slumbers. Now, Long Dao has seen nothing but kaiju monsters. Really messing up his game plan here. So,
I mean, if we look at Steffen's record so far, obviously he's actually 2-1 at the moment, same as Long Dao. Let's see what else he's gone up against so far. He's gone up against Cosmo, Draco, Performer Pal, and Cosmo. So he's pretty ready for Pendulum decks.
yeah.
By the look of it, he's already kind of got up against them to get here. Although that was the one that he lost last time, so I think he's ready to try and bring it back on that.
Against the Pendulum, it was a Pendulum matchup, was it?
Yeah, Pendulum matchup. It was Draco Performer Pal.
Yeah.
In which he did actually lose. So I think this time he's kind of gone, okay, well, I know how these decks work now. Let's see what we can do.
Just very, very interesting thing here that I don't know whether it's me over-interpreting this here, but Stefan really seems like he doesn't seem too comfortable sat in that feature match area. Doesn't seem too comfortable, whereas Long Dao looks really relaxed. Well, kind of tense, but also like he's a little bit relaxed, but not too relaxed.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think this is Stefan's first time in that seat.
Yeah,
and he actually asked for it, which was so it's nice that he was able to get into here as well.
Wasn't expecting that to happen.
Yeah, basically. Like it's not actually as often that we get people asking to actually be on the stream these days. But I don't know whether that's because you kind of look in there and it's massive, massive pressure. I don't know what the view count's like on Twitch at the moment, but you got to remember all those people are staring at you. Okay, so hands loaded in. We have Atlantean Dragoons, Heavy Infantry, Marksman, Fusion, and Humongous, the Sticky String Kaiju. He has set the Dragoons, because there isn't a massive amount that he can do now, and passed over. There's over 1,000 players at the moment, all watching Steffen and Long Dao. Skyris.
So yeah, we were talking about this. Skyris is so good.
Yeah, it's a really good card.
Just nearly fell out my chair then, Rob.
You did nearly fall out of your chair.
Not gonna lie. I know you can't see us guys, but I thought I'd just keep you up to date. Just nearly fell out my chair. Just getting too excited about this Skyris, obviously. So he's at least got another field spell to go search with that terraforming, because he's got a terraforming in hand as well. He's got the Majesty's Pegasus. I said that all epic as if I was going to tell you what I did and how cool it was and stuff, and I didn't because I forgot what the text was. I'm pretty sure it's something along the lines of you can destroy a Magispector monster to go search for another one. It's a lot like Skyris, but for just Magispector monsters. Let me go and look it up. Yeah, so you get a small attack boost to all your Magispector monsters. It's only 300. And you contribute a Magispector monster to special summon another Magispector monster from your deck. So it's pretty much, it's like a Sky Iris, but just for the Magispector monsters.
Yeah.
The only difference being that Sky Iris can obviously destroy stuff in the Pendulum scale. So you can get those effects that you get from activating the Pendulum scales and then use Sky Iris. So you don't really get that advantage with Majesty's Pegasus, but Majesty's Pegasus really does allow for the quick using of the Magispectre effects.
Long
So he's going to
Dow
use Pendulum Call.
Yeah, Long Dow's got an absolutely fantastic hand here.
Yeah, and
Search and search and search.
Pendulum Call here. That stops. So initially, that stops all of your pendulum scales from being destroyed for the next turn. So including your turn and then your opponent's turn. So that stops you from being able to use Wisdom Eye Magician's effect straight away. That's why that restriction's on that card. And then, so the idea is that you've got to make that choice as to whether you invest in kind of a long-term plan of not searching out Oath Dragon to begin with, get Wisdom Eye, and then wait for a turn before you decide to use Wisdom Eye's effect. That's kind of it's a bit of an investment as to you can make a choice with Pendulum Call. But the cool thing with Pendulum Call is that you can really choose what scales you want, because the magicians have the full range of 2 to 7 or 5 to 7 or 4 to 7. I can't remember which one Wisdom Eye Magician is, but definitely 2 is all the way at the bottom with Oath Dragon, and Dragon Pit is a 7. So I think he gets Wisdom Eye here. So I think Long Dao is looking to invest here. He's looking to invest in the future. He's gonna put Dragon Pit down, and he's probably gonna put Wisdom Eye down as well. Or did he already have Oath Dragon? Did I just not see that?
I believe that's what he got.
Okay, so did he just not search for Wisdom Eye and I'm going crazy?
He didn't search for Wisdom Eye.
Okay, I think he might have shown it to begin with and then didn't, and then totally didn't.
He went for Dragon Pit and Oath Dragon.
All right, okay, so there you go. So he wanted the full range of monsters. Okay, yeah. So I think he's probably trying to see if he can make a big push here. Long Dao is playing Photon Papal Operative.
I've not seen that in a very long time.
I'm trying to remember exactly what Photon Papal Operative does.
It's Book of Moon. That's its effect. It flips a monster face down.
I thought it flipped it face up and then.
And then it loses attack. It puts it into attack position and it loses attack.
Yeah, I thought it was like Black Rose Dragon.
Yeah, because I always used to play Papal Operative and the what are they called? Maestro. That flips things face down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he might just lose here, if that's the line of plays he decides to go with. Because Odd Eyes provides
double damage.
Yeah. I don't know what happened with Long Dao there. He kind of took a card out of his deck and then changed his mind afterwards.
Oh, he's got the calculator out. Okay, time on the round's been called in the main event. We'll see. I think we've got a few more minutes over on our side, though. Whilst we're waiting for the calculations to happen, we got anything from the Twitch chat?
Let's have a look. Yeah, so there's a really important comment there. So yeah, Utopia the Lightning is not legal in Europe. Just something to note.
Yeah.
About these pendulum decks that we're seeing. So obviously they that's a key thing for this.
Is he going for? He's gone for the Papal Operative.
Yeah, I figured that was he's going to
start playing the lottery.
So he's going to flip it up. It's going to lose a lot of attack points. And he's going to do double damage with
the Odd Eyes.
Odd Eyes.
And then attack for game.
Yeah, unless it's Cyberjar. That'd be hilarious.
Wow, Cyberjar. Another name I've not heard in a long time. I've not heard that name in a long time. Or however that quote goes. And swing for Gameroni, I believe.
Yeah, I think it must have been enough. Otherwise, Yeah, because it's 5,000. Actually, no, I think it only removes 800 attack points. So that'll be 3,048, and then Photon Purple Operative has 2,100, so that's 79.
So he's on 100 left.
I think I probably did my math wrong. I can't remember what Purple Operative's attack is.
I believe it's. I don't know whether it's 21 or 18. We could find out.
It's 21, yeah. Oh, it's 21. Okay. I can't remember its effect. I can't remember how many attack points Purple Operatives makes it lose. Oh, 600, not 800. Okay, that makes sense.
And interrupted Kaiju Slumber.
Yep. Big Kaiju Slumber.
Okay, so Steffen's got to try and battle this back from basically the end of nowhere.
Yeah.
Now, we do also know that Longdow has a Wisdom Eye Magician and a Monkey Board in hand, so if he's not going to win this turn, he's...
Certainly going to win next turn.
Steffen Fleck's heart surely racing.
Yeah. He's just trying to decide here what's going on. Whether he can make enough damage on the board here to clean up Longdow. Because again, when he's on such low life points, like 1-5 is really low. Even just leaving a reasonably small monster on the field, he's got odd eyes in the extra deck. He can just place that on the field, do double damage over something, and that's it.
We've got an infantry and a marksman, so he's going to be able to get rid of one of those pendulum zones.
Yeah, so Steffan's just going to be like, hey, can I borrow your calculator so I can calculate whether I'm going to be able to win the game? Oh, thanks, bro. Thanks for that calculator, bro. He's just going to hand it back to him. You know, like you used to write text on it using the numbers. He's going to write it upside down, and it's just going to say, you dead, bro, on it. And he's going to hand it back to Longdow. That's what's going to happen.
Oh.
No, he didn't.
No,
it
says 0.
Thanks, Stefan. Yeah, that's actually some serious mind games going on with Steffen here. He's like calculated it all, and he's just passed it over to Longdow, and it just says 0 on it. Longdow's just like, what? Really?
He could probably do this.
Show me your moves.
Well, think about it. Because he's dropping an Abyss Dweller on there. He's dropping Dragoons into the graveyard to make another search.
Yeah, well, he's going to go at it. Yeah, he can.
He could also get rid of one of the scales.
Yeah.
And rid of the monster, because he's got a heavy infantry and a marksman in hand. Yeah. And that's Deep Sea. Yeah,
wow, okay, yeah. Diva just...
Oh, he's just picked up
cards.
Whoa. There was no way. I think he's just the fact that he gave it him was like, yep, you've got no life points left.
Yeah.
And accepting the handshake as well.
Yeah.
So a relatively kind of a player that we'd not really heard of before coming out of just completely and totally decimating Longdow in 2 games. I mean, his record has been 2-1 for every single game for this entire tournament, if we can look over there.
Yeah, wow, that was pretty special.
Yeah. Wow. So, Steffen, Mermail doing what Mermail do.
Yeah.
Is how I like to say it. But now it's just got the Kaijus to be able to turn around and just go, you know
just
what?
deal with problems.
Yeah.
It just deals with problems that your opponent puts in there. Earlier I was talking about the kind of the way that Yu-Gi-Oh's played a lot nowadays is that you kind of present your opponent with a puzzle they have to solve. And that puzzle usually includes either trying to produce some kind of board wipe combo or just remove all your opponent's life points as well as that board wipe. And I think Mermail just they were very happy to do the removing the life points part.
Yeah.
But they never had the ability to just kind of deal with problems.
Yeah, deal with the board before doing it. But now with just a couple of extra cards, they've just got it.
Kaiju Slumber.
Yeah.
Kaiju Slumber puts a 2/4 guy on your side of the board and leaves them with a 2/2 guy, which you usually deal with like heavy infantry or something.
Yeah.
It's really strong.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
So that puts Steffen Fleck onto a 3-1 record.
Yes, on a 3-1 record and Longdow onto a 2-2 record.
Yeah, so 2-2 is feeling not so great.
No, but it's not bubble worthy yet, is it?
No, maybe actually. Maybe it is. Like X3 is. Yeah, that's struggling.
So he's on the bubble basically.
Yeah, he's on that kind of. I really don't want to lose another one now. And then when you get to X3, it's like I absolutely can't lose another one.
Definitely. But Steffen, must feel absolutely fantastic coming out of that feature match to have won
Yeah.
after asking for a feature as well.
Yeah, can I have a feature match, please?
Yeah.
That's what,
So,
that's
yeah,
what it was.
he did really, really well. And it was an interesting game.
Yeah.
We got through all 3 games before the end of time.
Yeah. That's
So,
first time today.
Yeah, it actually is. It actually is. So I believe that we're going to have an interview with him.
Yep.
So we will be back with that very, very soon. Anything you want to end on there for that match?
No, that's it. See you guys very soon.